few years ago, we decided to turn our front yard into a garden. We needed more space to grow food. We took the chance because I do live in an HOA and my community is older, and they weren't as strict to tell us to just grow grass and trees only. So it was fine, or it's been fine so far, I guess, unless I change management. But otherwise, so far, no one has been bothering me about growing vegetables in my garden. I don't grow anything too crazy though. I usually mix in a lot of flowers to have diversity and to keep a beautiful garden. I am adding my seedlings as I go, and now I am planting a few tomato plants in the front of my yard. I'm planting them at the top of my hill, and I'm not exactly sure how this will work out, but I think that it will be fine. Most people wouldn't even bother planting anything at the top, well, in their front yard garden, especially if it's on a hill. But I still wanted to do it because I want to utilize all the space that I can to grow as much food as possible. The variety of tomatoes that I am growing is called pink boar. I have grown them for the past couple of years. I never grow plenty, but they usually do pretty well in our yard. To plant tomatoes, you need to plant them as deep as possible. They are heavy feeders. I snap off most of the leaves so that the leaves do not touch the soil and so that I can plant my plants as deep as I possibly can. Never have I ever grown indeterminate tomatoes in my front yard, especially on a hill. I guess I'll learn a good lesson, or I'll be proud of myself for trying. I'm feeling risque. In front of those tomatoes, I'll be planting basils and celery. You know how some people's base for their food is onion, garlic, and celery? Well, mine is onion, garlic, and peppers. I only use celery in soups and as a snack. I decided to plant a red basil. I don't remember what the variety is. I did not label it, but I wanted the red to give some color because I have green leaf tomatoes, of course, because their leaves are green, and then the celery leaves are also green, so the red just brings in some color. I also decided to plant also one or two pepper plants here in this section. So this is what I have so far. I left the cup because there was one random tomato that was not a pink boar, and that one was a cherry tomato. My backyard is coming in pretty nicely. I have some seeds that's germinated, and I also have some volunteer-ish potatoes that's growing right now in my garden. So over the fall, I consciously did not harvest all my potatoes. They all came up and now I have to hill them. I am using leaves that Daniel, who is my husband, he had mowed the lawn, and these plants that he mowed, they didn't have any seeds in them, or they didn't go to seed yet, so it's perfect. And I am just using that, so it's just green leaves mixed with brown leaves together, and I am using that to hill my potatoes. I actually just learned that there are two different types of potatoes. I didn't know that there's indeterminate potatoes just like tomatoes, and there are also determinate potatoes. So I'm not exactly sure which potatoes these are, but we'll find out. And yeah, so that's something that I learned. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll keep you guys updated until the next time. Bye!